Snoozer. Snoozer. Sleazer, isn't it? Says, let me sleep, Dad. So hello. Well, it's getting darker and darker and darker as we speak. It's coming on winter now, isn't it? It's all wintry out there in the garden, so, well, it's not snowed yet, but it will do soon. So hello. Today, I'd like to took a look at the charger, but I'd like to get a new tongue, half a brain, and and diction. No, so today I'd like to take a look at this, which is a BMW R100 RS. They were a flat twin boxer engine bike. The engine's very, very old. I think it goes back way back to probably predating the Second World War. Certainly they had them in the Second World War. Not this particular model, obviously. The engine I'm talking about. The bikes are absolutely wonderful, and I always dreamt of having one. I remember we were driving as a family to Weymouth. Weymouth is a sort of port town on the south coast of England, where you would catch the ferry to Guernsey, which is an island in the Channel Islands off the coast of France, and off the probably nearer France than England sort of thing. Lovely place to go. And anyway, cut to the chase, man. We were following this beautiful red-coloured R100 RS motorcycle, and I just fell in love with it and just thought, wow, this is what I want. When I grow up, I want to be a rider of one of them. And well, I pretty much was. This was the RS. The RS was denoted by the Sport fairing, which is a short nacelle fairing. The RT version, I don't have a image of it, but I'll probably leave a description, the prescription box, pill box below. But the R100 RT had a full fairing, which sort of almost wrapped around your legs. So S denoted sport and T denoted touring. So obviously if you're in the rain or something like that, you can be going fast on a motorway on one of these, and if you've got your good lady on the pillion, you won't all get soaked with water, because the RT also had a much higher screen. The screen was much raked at a much higher angle and taller, so it would protect you fully, virtually like being in a car if you're going fast. I've been on one, and I've ridden one, so it works. It does work. So where am I going with this? I've forgotten myself. So yeah, I love these bikes. Sorry, I've derailed myself. I do this occasionally. I've not had my happy pill today. Suddenly my brain just jams. Bear with me, guys and girls, because things sometimes take a bit of a while to filter through. So anyway, I'll just crack on with another topic. These cylinders, the twin cylinders, they were slightly staggered. So one is slightly higher than the other. I don't know if can get a picture of that. There you are. There you are. One is actually slightly a bit higher up than the other. If you can see, the one on your left is higher than the one on the right. So it makes the bike rock when you rev it. It goes, it rocks a bit. So this is another bike. I'll talk about that in a second. The R100 RS was just an amazing sports tourer. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Sorry. 100. It's not a 100cc. It's 1000cc. So BMW went for this concept of having sort of knocking a nought off things. So an R60 was a 600cc, an R80 was an 800cc, and an R100 was a 1000cc. And they, although obviously they're not up there with the Japanese bikes for acceleration or handling, I would say, because they have a shaft drive. These Beemer bikes have a shaft, and because of that, you can't have a disc brake. You've got them up front. You've got, I think it was twin discs. I think so. Yeah, twin disc brakes up front, right? So that's very effective, because your front wheel on a motorcycle is the most effective stopping point. The back one was a drum. Well, the reason for that was simple, because if you locked up the shaft drive, it would just knock you off the bike. What I'm talking about, okay, what am I on about? Sorry. Not everyone will understand. There are ways of driving the back wheel of a motorcycle. Mostly the engine has a sprocket here that spins from the engine, and there's a sprocket at the back wheel here, and there's a chain that goes, like a bicycle has a chain, okay? Simple. This bike had a shaft drive, which is a rod that's like a universal jointed prop shaft that linked it. It was very efficient, very effective, very good. But if that went bang, stopped, this wheel would just lock up. Bingo. And when you put it this way, when your back wheel locks up on a motorbike, you're in bloody big trouble, because you're going nowhere but the asphalt. You know what I mean? That's the end of that. So anyway, I won't keep this going on too long. As you can see, it's rocking on. So this is the one. This is the bike I had when I was a lad. I had a few bikes in my time. My favourites were the Kawasaki KH250. I had a Kawasaki Z 250. The KH was a 2-stroke. The Z was a 4-stroke bike. I got the lust for 4-stroke bikes. What's the difference being that a 2-stroke bike, you mix the oil with a petrol, okay, and they have a specific sort of stench, don't they? Have a stench. When you're following a 2-stroke motorbike, you'll know it, because it's not only is it emitting I was going to say wind from anus. No, I can't get that. No, but not only it was emitting smog, as it were, because it's petrol oil mixed, or choil as we used to call it as kids. The 4-stroke bike had a sump, a petrol sump, an oil sump. Sorry, so it mixed the oil automatically with an oil pump. You know, and it had all these different things. It was much more advanced in my head, anyway. I thought, wonderful. So I earned a few quid and thought, well, right, I'm having one. And when I went to the farm, as it were, the BMW local sell-through, because it wasn't a dealership, it was just a bloke that sold BMW bikes. He said, oh, why buy the R100 RS? And I thought, well, you know, because you haven't got one in the store. And he hadn't got one. But what he did have was an R80. And it was silver. This one's black. Obviously, they're all beautiful colours. They were in green. I remember red, blue. It was like a forest green, like a scarlet red. There was like a really lovely dark royal blue, metallics as well, metallic colours, and a black. And mine was silver. And I had that bike. I loved it. And yeah, this is the bike I had, isn't it? That's the specs for it. I won't bore you, I'll just show you, as it were. It's a bit of they're always a show and tell, these things, aren't they? I have things you would not like to see. That's what he said. But yeah, okay. But move on. So they had twin carbs, right, one on each cylinder, and they were very effective bikes. The only embarrassing moment I had with this bike was when I took it down to my girlfriend. And I kind of put it on the kickstand. It had two stands. It had a centre stand and a kickstand. And I kickstanded it, and I made a big sort of fuss of revving it outside her window where she lived in London near Balham. So she would come to the window and she saw me, and I took my helmet off, and sort of, it was a real sort of like one of those, you know, I don't know, an advert moment, you know, where you sort of, you take your helmet off and shake your hair. You shake your hair out, you know. And my girlfriend appeared and she said, oh wow, you've gone and done it. And I said, yeah, should we go for a ride? And she said, yeah. And I went to press the electric start, and the fucking thing didn't work. The battery was fucking done. Oh my god, excuse my French, but no, it's how embarrassing, man. All the effort as well, you know. And 1,000 pounds to buy the darn thing. Anyway, it nearly killed me, the darn swine. But no, it wasn't the bike's fault. It was two drunk kids that had nicked a car and were overtaking it. Anyway, that's another story. This thing ended up, my one ended up getting written off badly. And actually, one of the cylinders was torn off the motorcycle. This was during an accident I had on it. So yeah, it's all good, baby. Barry Sheen can eat his heart out, I can tell you. Oh, bless Barry. He's rest in peace, Barry. I'm still going, mate. In fact, if I ever make any more dosh, I'm going to get another one of these. Damn it, I'm having one. I love these bikes, and they're classics now. They ride really well. Well, actually, that's all lies. They're very top heavy, and they're very they're not very stable on cornering. But compared to a Japanese modern version. But anyway, I'll leave you on Jimmy. There he is, the little sausage. Who's a geezer? What a beautiful creature. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys and girls. Very much appreciated. Cheers.